Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about a few things that you can do to make a big difference with your health. So when I first started kind of looking at my health as a thing, I think before the age of about 15 I didn't really ever think of health and wellness as an important part of my life, and as soon as I did, I saw it all being in the food that I ate. So what my diet was, and I pretty much instantly went vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, pretty much free from everything. It did actually have a lot of benefits, because now I see the way that I advise clients has been greatly influenced by all those experiences that I had by kind of going cold turkey overnight and focusing in on the diet. But the thing is that making a huge leap is not the best way to get long-term benefits, because you do it really, really quickly and then you feel really restricted and you pretty much always go back or feel like you want to suddenly binge out on all the chocolate in the world. So small steps with every aspect of your health is just the best way to go. So making small little changes every day to see that big difference. And what I wanted to talk about in this post today, or this video, is just, I suppose, the other elements of health, because I think we focus so much in on the way that food makes us feel that we forget that that is only one aspect of a very, very big picture. So what I want to talk about today is a few different ways that you can incorporate really healthy habits for basically full body wellness. So the first thing is having a healthy mind. So that's number one. And I think with this obviously comes the fact that, you know, you can't feed your mind to make it healthy, you've got to nourish it in other ways. And that is really about slowing down. I was at a dinner recently with some really lovely girls in the health and fitness industry, and we were talking about how when our mental health is on point, we just feel healthy, we feel really great, regardless of what we've eaten, how much we've exercised. If we feel happy mentally, then everything changes, our outlook on life, and so does our habits as well. So we choose the healthier option and we want to move. So first of all, just taking a little bit of time for you. You know, that can be having a really lovely warm bath, making your favourite meal, or really trying to incorporate meditation. It sounds like something that's just super unattainable, really hippie, but it's not. Apps like Headspace make it really brilliantly accessible every day, and I would really recommend just trying to schedule that time, because if you have a happy mind, everything just kind of falls into place. So the next point is about oral care, which is a totally separate thing from food, but it is equally as important for full body wellness. So from somebody that doesn't eat very much sugar now and is all about like the sugar-free recipes, you'd probably be surprised to know that by the age of about 13, I'd had 20 to maybe 30 fillings. And this was because my mum, who was queen of organic, like every morsel of food I ate up until that age, until I actually had a car and was able to go out and like buy sweets with my friends, was all organic. We had organic loo roll, organic paint, like everything was so health conscious. And because of that, she always used to go to my local health food store and get me a non-fluoride kind of like mint and lemon toothpaste, and that's what I always used. And one day when I was at the dentist after like my 20th filling, she kind of talked to me a little bit more about my history, and well, she told me that that was the reason why my teeth were so weak, was because I wasn't having fluoride in my toothpaste. So it kind of all made sense. I'd been having really bad headaches because of all my teeth problems, and that had made me really groggy and a little bit depressed. I felt like my energy wasn't really there. So it all has that trickle effect. So now I use really, really good products. I use Oral-B gum and enamel repair toothpaste, which rejuvenates gums and repairs enamel, so it tackles two problems in one tube, which is super useful. And I also try and just do little tricks, so I make sure I obviously schedule in the time to brush my teeth for the proper amount of time, because I'm always in a hurry, so I do that. But I also take like a straw with me whenever now I have less coffee meetings, more juice meetings. So whenever I'm going to a meeting, I make sure I bring a straw and just drink anything sugary through a straw. So the next one is skincare, and it's just a little bit about prioritizing it, because it is part of being healthy and taking a small step to make a big difference. So for me, I used to suffer really badly with eczema. This is another like before, this is another before story, but I did suffer really, really badly with eczema. It was one of the biggest insecurities for me growing up. I was in a leotard in front of a mirror all day as a ballet dancer, and all I saw was this huge snood basically of eczema around my neck and my arms. I'd had it all my life, and no kind of ointment or skincare, probably like I guess ointment or skincare product helped. So I went to all these dermatologists, and I kind of just felt like I needed to take it into my own hands, which is why I started looking to my diet, and it had a huge effect. But equally still, I couldn't really go with lots of the beauty brands out there because they had lots of ingredients that still hurt my skin. And even though it wasn't the biggest issue, it did have an effect on my health, because it goes back to that mental health thing I talked about at the beginning of the video, is that if your mind is happy, you're healthier. And I think that it just really knocked my confidence, and having a really good skincare routine has changed that for me a lot, because I know the products I use now, and I've found and I've kind of curated my favourites really work for my skin, and because my skin's much clearer, I feel much more confident and happier, and therefore healthier. So the one thing that I would say with skincare, just to think about your body as one for health, is to look at the ingredients in the skincare products, and just think about it like, if you wouldn't eat it, because there's a lot of skincare products you can't eat, but think about it like you nourish your body, you need to nourish your skin too. And that's one of my biggest tips with skincare. I absolutely love Balance Me Beauty. They are amazing, and Pie Skincare as well, another really gorgeous beauty brand. So have a look at those two. I'm going to leave all the links to products I'm talking about in the description box below, but I just think it's nice to prioritise your skincare a little bit more and make sure the ingredients are top notch. So the next one is kind of the first thing you think about when I say full body health, is obviously your diet. And for me, like I said at the beginning of the video, I jumped into all these changes so quickly. Just like this whole video has been about with small steps, it's so important when you go about changing your diet to actually listen to your body. When I went vegan and dairy free and gluten free and all that malarkey, which I still do, like I adhere to quite a lot of those same principles now. I make sure that I eat plants as the kind of majority of my diet, but I wasn't doing it intuitively. I wasn't really listening to my body. I was just going for it. The biggest thing I would say with diet as a small step to start is just actually listen to your body. Like, slow it down when you eat. They say if you try chewing a piece of food 20 chews per food, you realize how fast you eat. We kind of like scoff down food. We're like, oh my god, delicious, 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 but we haven't listened to how our body's responding. It kind of sounds a little bit strange, but just like being a little bit more in tune with your body, and then just to take it slow, so making small changes every day. If you can do one thing right now, it's to just make a list of little changes you can make to your diet. So brown rice instead of white rice, those sorts of changes. I've got in my cookbook, I've kind of laid it out, you know, different switches that you can make, but try to make that and then just see how your body feels with it. For me, I went through a stage of like eating all the most ridiculously crazy vegan food with like cashew cheese and this, that, and my digestive system hated it. It wanted simple foods, and I know that now. So I've really kind of changed on this journey. Now I'm pescatarian. Basically I eat fish and I eat eggs, but otherwise I mainly eat plant-based diet, and I keep it really simple. So just listen to your body and take a small step into just making one small change every day. And the final thing is exercise. So your bodies weren't made to sit down like I'm sitting right now, or be at your desk all day or on the couch. They're made to move, to get stronger, to be tested. And I think it's just about getting motivation there. That's the biggest first step you can make, is actually knowing what your why is. So like, why are you exercising? If you don't really know, if it's just because I feel like I have to, then you need to get a reason. You need to think about a goal that you might have, and it has to be measurable. It needs to be like, I want to lift this weight, or I want to be able to run a 5K, or something that you can measure and you can see a progression with. It's so hard to be motivated to go to the gym if you're just going because you feel like you have to, not because you've got a goal that's there or a reason to want to. For me, I always think back at like, why am I doing this? And I know how great movement makes me feel, but equally I know some movement, like doing a HIIT class for example, or circuits, most of the time I really hate that kind of movement. I find it like totally mindless. It's not, I like to have that mind-body connection throughout exercise. So if you can start with one thing, try and find what lights you up. What kind of exercise actually you leave, you know, it was hard, it's always going to be hard if you're challenging your body, but actually you enjoyed it, like you leave and you're like, oh, I could do that again. If you absolutely hate exercise, you're never going to want to do it, and you want to make it into a habit, not a chore. So there are 5 areas for full body wellness and a few little first steps you can take to make a big difference. I really believe that health is so much more than just the food that we eat. It's how all the different areas come together to affect our mental health, and then obviously if you're happy, you're so much healthier. So I hope these tips have helped you. As I said, all the products I've listed or anything else I'll leave in the description box below. Any questions, do leave a comment, and I will see you here very soon again. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.